Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. I wasn't here last week on a video because Diamond shorted like half my order. Like seriously, like half of it was not here, and then I had emergency replacements, and then some of those got delayed, so I didn't get those, and then some of those got canceled. Finally, I'm still like 2 series short. It should be here tomorrow, but I have what I want to talk about, and it was a great week. It was a great week last week. This week's a little smaller, but still good. And I'm excited about Halloween Comic Fest, which is Halloween here, where you have comics to give away free, including a Harley Quinn comic. And I'm also pretty excited about North Carolina NC Comic Con in Durham with Alan Gill from Ultimate Comics. Durham, it's a beautiful city. You have this bull, and the bull still has its testicles, and you can get like a picture with the bull teabagging you, which I did. And they have great beer, great craft brews, great food trucks. It's just a wonderful place. Like, you know, like I think it was just South Carolina that's shitty, because that Durham was great. North Carolina was pretty awesome. And this North Carolina Comic Con in November that we're going to, it's going to have Charlie Adlard in his only U.S. appearance, the Walking Dead artist who lives in England. And obviously, because of his American work ethic, getting those books out on time, he lives in England. And Gerard Way, you know, the dude from My Chemical Romance and those comics that he also does. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. You should go. Like, if you want to go to a con where you have great access to the creators and it's laid back, fun, and a lot of cool stuff, go to NC Comic Con, because it's literally my favorite one. Like, it's like that one, and then Heroes, and then I guess San Diego, because it's the big deal. All right, jumping into these books. Boom, Karnak from last week. Warren Ellis. It was great, but seriously, read it again, and just think House. Like, this is House. This is literally House. Like, in House, you have this grumpy guy that can diagnose anything, just, you know, whatever. And here, you have this grumpy dude that's like, you know, he doesn't play by the human rules because he's inhuman, and he can diagnose any weakness in anything, and he tells the parents, oh, stop crying, parents, your emotions are shitty. It's basically House, but with Karnak. And I have no problem with that. It was awesome. Astonishing Ant-Man, Nick Spencer is killing it on this book. This was so much fun. I love the framing sequence that, yeah, he's an ex-con, and now he's basically a current con. Like, he's currently incarcerated. You know, like, it's on the first page. Like, that's where he is. So cool, but it's fun. I like that. You know, because we all want redemption, but, you know, addicts. I mean, everyone knows. I backslide too. You know, you backslide, and that's honest. That's good stuff. The poor man's Iron Man, this Spider-Man is awesome. It's so much fun. I'm really enjoying it. And I want to see Peter do well, and then I want to see it all fall apart. That's what I want. That's what I want from my Spider-Man, and I'm sure that's what Dan Slott's going to give us. And finally, from last week's Marvel's Uncanny Inhumans, this was Soul and McNiven, the same creative team from Death of Wolverine, and they're still killing off mutants. Well, Beast is in here, and Beast is, you know, probably trying to figure out why the Inhuman poison is killing, the Terrigen Mist is killing off mutants or poisons to mutants and all that. Other than that, there's some good stuff in here. It's fun. It has the love triangle between Johnny Storm, Medusa, and Black Bolt is worth the price of admission. That has me entertained. And I am a little bit anxious about the mutants getting shafted. And it kind of sucks that the Extraordinary X-Men hasn't come out yet. None of these mutant books have come out yet. So we're just like, give us some mutants. I'm tired of these Inhumans. Stop cramming down my throat. But having said that, it was a good book. It was a good Marvel book. It's a good Marvel book. Charles Soule's a great writer. Moving on, Captain America. Number 2's out. Number 1 was the book that Fox and Friends decided to talk crap about. If you saw it, they said this Captain America is socialist, and he is targeting conservatives. However, if you actually read the book, the characters in the book that call him Captain Socialist are straight up racists that want to kill immigrants that are crossing the border, want to remove them from the water that they need to sustain their life. They are basically the Ku Klux Klan, the Sons of the Serpent. You see the alliteration. It's basically the Klan. So he's targeting a group that's basically the Klan. You'd have to remove yourself from that and say, well, because conservatives want to close the borders, he's targeting conservatives. But that's ideological. In the story, what he does is he stops supervillains from killing people. Are you siding with the people, the supervillains, Fox News? Because you obviously are, or maybe you didn't read the book. Anyway, it's Nick Spencer. It's awesome. and I like it. And it seems like this might be what is gearing towards the Civil War too, maybe. I mean, he's definitely Sam Wilson is taking it farther than Steve Rogers was willing to take it. And we'll see where it goes. Awesome. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, it's only their second #1 this year. It got rebooted like everything else, but same creative team, same fun, same everything. If you like the book, you'll still like the book. Now she's a new Avengers. Some of that is in this. Howling Commandos of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is a monster book. It's by the guy that does the 5 Ghosts, and it's essentially the monster stuff from Marvel. They're all here. They're all Howling Commandos. You get it, howling. It's not the first time they did that joke, that it's howling and they're howling like werewolves. Hitmonkey's in it. I like him. So we'll see where it goes. You know, it's one of those books where either you want it or you don't. Does that excite you? Do you want a monster mashup with S.H.I.E.L.D., yes or no? And if it's no, then don't get it. Simple as that. Chewbacca, yes, this book is awesome. The writing, the art, everything. I love this Chewbacca book. Just Chewbacca fighting slavers, I could read that forever. That's awesome, just all day long. And I can't wait for him to actually liberate his homeworld. I know it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen in the next novel after Aftermath. It's hinted at in Aftermath. I want it. I want to read that. I want to see that. That needs to happen. It's been so long. Let him free his planet. Come on. He's paid his life debt to Han. I mean, seriously. Why won't Han help him out with that? Moving on, DC, Titans Hunt. This was, to me, the best Titans book since Jeff Johns was writing Titans. It reestablishes that New Titans era characters in the New 52 with some kind of backstory stuff that their minds were all erased or whatnot. You know, like, I guess they have to do that, whatever, but it was cool. We got to see some characters that we haven't seen in the New 52. That was awesome. And Roy Harper was awesome. Like, I like him written here. I like him here better than in the Arsenal Red Hood book. It was great. So moving on, Justice League. This was last week. Darkseid War Part 5. This week is the beginning of these tie-ins. Justice League Darkseid War Batman was amazing. This was stellar. This is the book every Bat fan should get this week, regardless of whether they are reading this book or not. After you read this, you'll probably want to read it, but it has Batman, Bruce Wayne, confronting the murderer of his parents, Joe Chill, face to face. Like, seriously, confrontation. It's intense. And it has a whole lot of stuff about pre-crime and Batman preventing crime from happening. What can he do to remove criminal elements from before they actually kill people? And he's basically off the deep end. He's a god now. He's on the chair, and like Metron, and he's doing whatever the hell he wants. And it's crazy. So it is a great Batman book. Tomasi nailed it, and I'm loving Darkseid War. It is not current with current continuity. Obviously, it's not Jim Gordon as Batman. Obviously, Alfred has 2 hands. But having said that, yes, we know that this has to go to that status quo, but I'm telling you that it doesn't matter that much because the one-shot is so awesome and because Darkseid War is such a well-done, exciting, heavily action, crazy book that I don't care. I don't care that I know all the pieces go back eventually because I'm already reading books that happen after it. That's comics. Oh well. Batman and Robin Eternal, this weekly book by Snyder and Tinian, is what I've always wanted and what every Bat fan has really wanted to know. Why the hell does Batman keep training these kids? Why kid after kid after kid? Why are there so many Robins? Why? What's the point? There is a point. There's a conspiracy. There's someone called Mother who has set Batman up to do all this, and no one knows about it, except in this we find out one of the Robins did know. Now, I'm not saying who because that would be a spoiler, but we find that out, and it's not spoiler. It's one of the Robins that, you know, I guess spoiler was Robin once, but still, I don't know if that's New 52 continuity. Batman and Robin Eternal, I am loving, and yes, it's a weekly book, and I know people are like, oh, weeklies, but a weekly that is actually really good is fun. That's a benefit. That's a plus. That's an asset. It's like every week I get another part of this mystery story with all these Robins, and it's awesome. You know, if this was only monthly, it would be like, oh, I have to wait to find out what this crazy cliffhanger that 4 ends with. It's awesome. And finally, Cyborg, he's leading the Metal Men. it's cool. And David Walker, Shaft, also came out in collection this week. And I'm really excited about his Nighthawk. That is awesome because I'm essentially like, Nighthawk is a black Batman, but since Batman's superpower is basically white privilege, how's this gonna work? You know, that's gonna be awesome. And I've read plenty of great Nighthawk stuff before, but seeing the dude that writes Shaft and Cyborg do it, I'm much more excited. So get excited, people. Get excited. That's way more exciting than Squadron Supreme. This is awesome. Black Magic, Greg Rucka, and Nicholas Scott. It's Nicholas Scott's first creator-owned series. She did stuff for DC before. She did like some Earth 2, Teen Titans. She was a great artist. I love her work, but now she's doing creator-owned. And essentially, Black Magic is Greg Rucka, where Brubaker did Fatale, which was a horror noir mashup. This is a straight-up like crime cop procedural horror mashup. And it's creepy, it's atmospheric. The color palette is totally chosen on purpose to evoke a mood, and it was very well done. And if you like Rucka, you should get it. Nicholas Scott, her art is flawless. It's perfect. This is a wonderful book, and I'm so glad that Image is out there to do crazy stuff like this. So it's not all just spandex superheroes and whatnot. Not that I don't like those things, but I love Image. Rick and Morty, issue 7, first issue after Trade 1, which isn't out yet, but Trade 1 will be 1 through 6. Every issue is like an episode of the show, and you know, after that cliffhanger, I just want more. I just want more. That's it. You know, I want more. I know that this has to happen before the end of season 2 for obvious reasons if you've watched the finale, but so what? It's fun. I laugh, and you know, Mr. Poopy Butthole said that I'm gonna have to wait a year and a half to find out what's next, but you know, joke's on him because I get to read a comic every month. Take that. And finally, Fight Club 2. It's been said that this huge conspiracy that is now going global, you know, has it always been global? And they show some cards this issue that show that this is a ridiculously huge conspiracy. This isn't just Tyler Durden's insanity. This is something that goes before him, deeper than him. And yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, I'm not even gonna allude to it, but if you want it spoiled for you, just flip through the first few pages and you will see, and it's insane. It's crazy. So Fight Club 2 is awesome and I'm loving it. And that's this week in comics. So, you know, Halloween Comic Fest is Halloween, not hard to remember. Go to North Carolina Comic Con if you want to go to a badass Comic Con with lots of alcohol and fun access to creators. And, you know, it's all good. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.